So now, when you keep in the principles of maths, it doesn't matter. Once you learn the principles, it doesn't matter if you're working with the person in sitting, and lying down, in sideways, on their feet. Yeah. Again, I look at the work that I'm doing, it's more understanding the subsenses. Sense of acceleration, gravity, counterbalance, balance. Once you understand those subsenses. So I'm just, because you're an adult human and you're judging me, whether you want to or not, I'm just seeing how you come over to your left tush, and you don't, you come to your left side, but I can't bring you, feel that, back to the left? That's difficult for you.
Yeah.
You're helping me.
Yeah.
And this is the right. A little bit better. Feel the difference?
Oh, yeah.
But also, this slow, you feel how in this position, you certainly don't feel like Arlie just was. So in this position, do you feel if you had to roll over onto your, you feel that?
Yes.
How the head's trying to do the work?
Yes.
And kind of like a little bit in the chest, but you're not in tandem with your system?
Yeah.
This is your little Tai Chi moment. Feel the difference?
Look at that one. That side is huge.
Just do you feel the grace in that?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go back and see, like your eyes don't even know where to go.
No.
Your head doesn't go with it at all.
No. Isn't it amazing? Look at the difference. And every time I'm doing it now, she's learning from it. And also feel the rate of acceleration here versus this way. The rotation's just really not there. So if she understands this to a greater length, she can use it, A, to get out of pain, but also this is where the dog training gets limited.
Oh, absolutely.
So you approach the animals much better this way than this way.
Absolutely.
So see the difference just from,
Yeah.
so anything to the left right now, she's basically taking her head here and kind of turning versus it being a systematic kind of thing. And just to feel it this way, feel the difference. So now I'm going to stick with the right side. And now, matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do is alter my camera just to get better.
My dogs always, it's funny, if I have treats in both hands, they'll always dive over to my right side. And I think it's because I naturally am like this towards them.
We're dressed alike today almost.
Yeah. Well, I'm always thinking how beautiful that is with your eyes too. That
Oh,
pop.
thank you.
Definitely makes them pop.
No, don't help me. So now I'm just going back to basics. So now I'm just seeing how your sit bone here is relating to the spine. Right there. Now see how coming over your spine is awkward in this position.
Yeah.
So right here, just to show you, feel the difference?
Yeah.
See how you can tell you're coming over your foot in this position?
Yes.
Your face starts to pronate. See how you're looking towards it?
Yeah.
And in this position going forward,
Yeah, I don't know where to go.
yeah. And that's where people, A, see me on video and going, what's she doing? And B, if you don't take time to do something this minutely, you're really not open to finding these little neat things that go on in the body.
Well, I think I told you I worked a lot off the DVDs after my dog attack.
Right.
And I can tell you, making all of those, everything happy again, I think just trusting to do the tiny things made a huge difference.
And right now, hopefully you learn not even to trust, but just your brain is a supercomputer. It will automatically know, oh, I now have this information. Just this minor work that I'm doing off the sit bone in relationship to your lower pelvis,
Yeah.
this is getting out of the car. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This is,
Well, I can tell you this is where all my major pain is.
Yeah, we're gonna encourage all those fun noises. Mama love you.
She did that like non-stop right before the move, and then she quit doing it.
What, now you want back on your table?
That's all I want. It's all about me.
That's how language develops right there. She looks in the mirror so excited and like lets it flow. Yeah. Oh, to be a baby.
She'll get halfway through a meal, stop eating, look at you real serious, fire up a storm, and then you're like, what, did you just run out of room, kid?
Yeah.
Apparently. I ran out of room.
Ah, there we go. So feel how you're really learning how to come over and down and around your sit bone.
Yeah.
And you see, this is Arlie reaching for a toy. You feel that?
Okay.
To understand a baby, to understand an adult, same thing, same principles. You feel the difference, see? You do not know how to come over. Feel the difference?
Absolutely.
And this is how your brain learns, just like Arlie. Wow, that feels really good. This? Yeah, I don't think so.
I was doing
But see, this is where a baby would be totally delayed. As a baby, you wouldn't roll to this side
Yeah.
because you just wouldn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
You were doing what?
I was doing a front cross in a course the other day, and I'm pretty sure it was to my left side, and I did not do it well, and next thing I knew, I had a jump right there at my butt, and I'm like, I really need to work on my isometrics with that, and so.
No, see, look at the difference down your mass. Now notice too, do you feel how light you're getting?
Yes.
This is what I was talking about, working with her with her head, that lightness and that opposing gravity. See here?
Yes.
You're not falling down,
No.
and you're coming up quite nicely. Feel the difference?
Oh my gosh. And I do feel like I'm falling over.
Right, and that's where your abs are kicking in, and
Yeah.
to come up, it's effort.
Yeah.
That's the opposition of gravity. So all I'm going to do is here is still going around your sit bone. And this is where if someone rides a horse, the horse will start to love you.
This is why I paid for chiropractic for my horse for years.
But see, look at the shoulders now. You feel that?
Yeah. Starting to get a little bobblehead going.
Feel it?
Yeah.
See how I can just do the circles?
Yeah.
This is belly dancing.
Maybe I'll dance on.
So now I'm going to come around here, right to the tailbone. This is what I was talking about. Also, speaking of the tailbone, so feel how the tailbone
Yeah.
has a relationship now with the pelvis. See? See how your tailbone's just like straight dead in the water?
Yeah.
It's not bobbing or counterbalancing. Here. So now I'm going to come up the hip joint into the sacrum. Now this is crucial for any baby coming over to sitting right here. So feel coming over to sitting, see how her chest cavity wants to sort of fall forward, right? See how the shoulders just right there are rounded versus like if there was an extension here, this. Even if I do this on purpose with her, see how her shoulders still lag behind. It's very subtle. So now what I'm going to do is just start working this bum. I did it last week with Mason Chu or who was I helping about? I think it was Mason. Bringing the tush, there we go, into sitting. So just to show you here, feel the tush going, it's not
Yeah,
going into
no.
sitting. It's like a deflated toddler.
Yeah.
So just almost like I'm tucking the tailbone, but I'm not in the tailbone. I'm in that space in between the tailbone and the sit bone. But there we go. Look at her now come over her system. Feel the difference? Huge difference. See? And that's a real crucial part on babies, young kids, toddlers, you name it. Feel the difference? Huge. And this is where you can get the neck strain. And also very hard for you to concentrate in school. In this position, do you want to look at the blackboard?
No.
In this position, do you want to look at the blackboard?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna come right, hands on the iliac crest, into the SI joint. And what I'm looking to do is a light lift in the iliac, but I'm pushing forward. But what I'm doing, see how I'm tilting the pelvis very slowly and just letting your neck find its way. So see right there, you still want to shorten the neck. So if I come here, just to show you. And this kind of happens with age. We go a little south, it's okay.
I could grow an inch.
And you could. And here. And now I'm going to go every sort of little spot up the back. But notice how your pelvis is rounding versus I'm pushing your spine forward.
Yeah.
Feel the difference?
Yeah, it's huge.
And this is riding a horse again. See how
Yes.
you can adjust over the horse's gravity. So this is where jumpers lose it.
Yes.
See here, they can't handle the jump because they can't handle it
Yeah,
in their system,
yeah.
and the rider will get thrown, or they'll stay away from going. Now right there, still see how the neck shortens?
Yeah.
I'm just letting you hang here for a second because this is weird for your breath.
It is.
Just letting your body adjust to it. And this is the same part, putting her on all fours, and her body just goes, yeah, I don't think so. She's getting to it. Now feel the difference. See how you're growing? And now I'll switch hands. See how you're still, you'll want
Yeah.
to fall,
Yeah.
do something, but not grow. See?
Yeah. I'm like, what?
So now feel coming back here. So see how you can go to 12 o'clock, back to 6 o'clock, no problem.
Wow.
Switching hands. A lot better, but you can still feel the difference.
Oh yeah, I feel chunk, chunk, chunk through the middle, if that makes any sense.
So now I'm going to quickly come over here. Now, if I don't have my hand here, this is where people don't understand vestibular. This is a completely different lesson.
Yeah.
Me just playing with your tush,
Yeah.
it's not doing anything for your system.
Uh-uh.
But if I lightly twist or stimulate the spine right in that spot, plus rotate the tush,
Well, it's like you said, that's almost what creates that string that you're talking about. You can feel then where it all,
there, right there, you're learning how to
oh
come
my
over the tush.
gosh.
So that's where I hang out. If I feel a big shift, I might not understand it, but I let the at least a breath cycle happen. Yeah. You can have whatever you want, you have to come here and get it. No, let me do it. So what I'm doing right here, see how the neck wants to be quite rigid?
Yeah.
Because you're happier here.
Yeah.
Feel the difference? So I'm just here. There we go, freeing the neck. There we go. So now feel the rate of acceleration you have in your system. And I can be very quick. So now feel right.
Oh yeah.
So now feel the pelvis rotate. There we go. Feel that one. Now, does that help understand? I'm gonna do it to you too, Jen.
Okay.
But does that help understand your mass in relationship to opposing gravity?
Absolutely.
We'll walk around and feel that. Getting up should feel a lot different. You're gonna feel a little off kilter because your head really likes to tilt to the left.
Yes.
And now it's finding it's, so at first you're gonna feel crooked because this was straight to you.
Yeah.
So when you sort of go like this, all of a sudden your brain goes, and then it'll settle.
Good thing is, Bobby's had that discussion with me a lot too, because I remember her doing she's like, oh my gosh, I had this big moment today, but then all of a sudden it was like, oh wait, I have to get used to this for a moment. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what I was talking about with the eyes. Arlie's much happier right now still looking with her, because she's so intelligent,
Yeah.
looking at stuff on her back because her eyes are more settled. But you change that eye by coming up and
Yeah.
you're just like, and I don't think people really understand or appreciate any kind of vision abnormalities in babies, how that affects their overall development.
Yeah.
Because if they go into that mode, they're going to go back down, just like a senior would.
Yeah.
I need to sit, I need to balance. Baby's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yo. So, but the quicker the tailbone is, the more the eyes can adjust around it.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
This didn't bother you after, but if I just took you and started shaking you around like you were in a paint,
Well, and at the beginning of what I was doing all this beginner stuff, and I wasn't doing the moves I'm having to do now. And so we're doing an awful lot of this and getting your dog and taking off running. And so that gyroscope in your head thing makes perfect sense, because I'll tell my guys, I had it down and everything, and all of a sudden I'm lost. But it's like, I move, and if you throw things off of your view, then the next thing you know, you're like, what happened?
because you don't have the movement vocabulary.
I can't do it in a workout class either, where they're like asking you to do one part that's going this way and look some other weird way, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, like I said, I
I've
can
got
look at
no
the
clue.
instructor and do this, but if I look at myself in the mirror, I was like, you know what I
I
mean?
can't do
Yeah.
that,
Because I wasn't good enough yet to reflect my movements. She was better, so as she was doing it, I'm like, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
But looking at me, I was like,
That
you know.
ain't right.
Yeah.
Very
And it
cool.
didn't feel right. Because we had to learn, we had to do the side to side without keeping the hips level.
Yeah.
No, it's actually, I'm the one that.
I'm sure you can do it.
But you have to keep it level. So first, it's like you can do it better like a string.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you're doing more the
Yeah, well-
leg straight. You have to keep the legs,
Like soft.
Yeah, I don't have that.
and then you. It's like I visualize it as a string. So, but anyway, like I said, it was just my first class, but it was fun. Okay, I'll take you, madame.
I stand by what I said. You're like a wet noodle, and I'm like a dry box of spaghetti.
I don't like that.
I am right now. I said, Dad, Michelle wets my noodle more every week, and he goes, that sounded inappropriate.
The best was my one client came, he was on vacation or whether he comes in, he goes, John, who does a lot of the videos with me, the older guy, he's 71, he just had the open heart surgery. He goes, I really missed you. That didn't sound appropriate. He goes, my body missed you. He goes, oh, that didn't sound appropriate. He goes, okay, I'm just happy to be here. So now, same thing, I'm gonna take her for a test ride. So yeah, no, not even to the left, she's not even having that. So now the difference to the right. So just based off of that little bit, she's gonna normally hold Arlie onto her right side versus the left. Because the left can't, see how I can't, notice his shoulders. Do you see how I can't rotate at all?
Yep.
So you see how picking her up in this way is difficult for you versus here.
I pick her up on the right and hold her on the left. 'Cause I'm right-handed.
Well, but it's hard for you though.
Yeah, no, it's my back kills me by the end of the day.
So. And so just like I did with you see bringing her back on her pelvis versus this side. Now she's so off with her counterbalance because she had her hand strapped to her chest when she was a baby. So you can tell here, she's totally learned how to have something strapped to her. But because something was strapped on her on this side, there's no rotation. because she was busy holding the arm. Again, this is also just one of her life experience. That's not the end all of be all. She's had other life experiences that brought her into this position, including birthing a child and all that sort of stuff.
But we like blaming my
No,
Well,
we
I'm
don't.
glad
We
you
love
have a
your
hand that
mom.
functions.
No, we don't. We love your mom.
I think you'd rather have a right hand than with the bad shoulders and
Then
And a
no.
club.
no hand and good shoulders. Actually, with the bad hand, you would have had bad shoulders anyway, so you'd have both.
Yeah.
However, what I'm trying to show is people of all ages need to have their movement assessed periodically, especially at birth, but throughout the years. And with kids, when they get injured, they're fine. They're just going to go figure it out. That's great if it happens. But more and more, because we have more and more restrictions than just throwing them on the carpet, we put them in the swings and the car seats. Hello, autism. So now I'm going to do something a little bit different with her. So now she does not know at all how to bring her elbows around her chest cavity. Okay? So, see, just from this, see how stiff right here this vertebrae is? I know I hate to use the word stiff, right? So feel, see, I cannot bring this shoulder. So here's your vertebrae here. I cannot bring your elbows around. You can do it this way, but see how your shoulder's not budging.
Yeah.
So just to show you, you're not doing this. See how my chest cavity?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, see how you
doesn't
hold your
anything.
breath? And also your shoulder still wants to do this
Uh-huh.
versus this.
Yeah, it calls with it.
Right. I caught that just by that spot. Again, I've done enough movement in and out that I know if I touch here and this isn't happening, that the complete conversation's not happening. So I'm gonna, it's the same lesson I did on you, again, approaching it towards how her mass relates to gravity, but I'm gonna do it through here. So I'm gonna start off with, quote, the better side. And just to see what the difference is, it's still not great. Notice how I'm taking right here in your elbow joint and doing a light rotation as I'm pressing in to the side of the vertebrae with a light rotation. So my intentions is the whole cavity starts to twist. That's a fun one.
What?
Right now I could spend probably an hour at this spot where my thumb is at.
That's the spot I perpetually ask Adam to rub.
Yeah.
Can you just rub the spot?
On this spot, you can have a big X. So I will stay. So now I've tried several times to rotate that spot. It's not happening. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take my fingers here down right below and twist off of that spot. But I'm still twisting the elbows, so now I'm going more.
Trying to get it to soften over onto her left seat
It's not that
bone a
I'm
little
trying to
bit.
soften, but if I try to say go to the right 5 times, her brain's going, wait, that didn't work. So it's like trying to get a kid to walk or a dog to run a certain pattern. You can't keep trying the same way. The brain's going to say, try yesterday didn't work, try the day before it didn't
And
work.
now I'm just doing the same. You trained me to do it this way now. Basically, you've trained them to do it that way now.
Right. But the more you add variation, so right here, do you feel how your pelvis is really locking up? Okay. So I'm just here, maintaining that contact with the spot, change it around, and I'm just saying, hey, a little participation, but I'm bringing the mass here over to the pelvis. But see how the ribs don't float or expand. So I can't keep you up here and drop the pelvis. Do you feel that? So that's this move. I can't keep you here. I'm going to do it here just for the camera's sake. And let's say, and drop the pelvis.
Yeah, my hips have never done that.
So, but that's going up and down the stairs. It might look like a funky belly dancing or a shimmy, but this is where if you go down the steps, you're gonna fall because the pelvis can't reach.
I do fall down the stairs.
Yeah. I don't mean to fall down the stairs like thump, 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 but when you go down the steps, it's like this versus.
I also fall down the stairs though.
Oh. So I'm gonna go back over here. But you can see already the changes in the shoulder. And feel too how you can come over here. Now I'm going too fast because you're startled.
Yeah, she was. What are you doing with me?
There we go. Now I'm gonna do something that's probably really gonna freak you out, but I don't care. Holding the shoulders, coming up around the head. It's okay. Breathe. There you go, so much nicer. You see how just the fear of going down backwards was like, did you see that? So what I was doing is bringing the head back and baying. There we go. She's never done this. Just like I did with you, I'm letting her breathe. Even though this is not a correct way of breathing, she's never been in this position. She was not a back bend kid.
Features got very soft.
Yeah. Well, she's not in like, startle mode. So now feel. There you go. Notice how when I do this, I'm not just twisting her. Pushing up through the spine, letting her grow tall, and bringing down, and then doing this like whole corkscrew thing. Now just so you feel the other side, because I haven't worked it yet. See? Can we talk to you? Is that it?
Hello. You know how to roll up at your toys? Hi.
But also feel that you're starting to get quicker. That acceleration versus here. Now I'm not going too fast for you guys. Is this making sense?
Yeah.
But do you see how you could take someone like Jenna, throw them up on a horse and go, you need to hold her. There's no...
There's a reason you watch people ride like this, because they can't,
Yeah.
you gotta be able to, because a horse has a left, right, and everything just like we do, so you don't ride just like this either, you gotta be able to do this too, and if you can't do that, then you're just not out of it.
But do you see how if you just did a little work on the saddle, just standing there and say, feel leaning to your right tush. Now did you fall off? No. Feel leaning.
There's a reason riding for the handicapped helps so much.
Yeah. Okay, but we're all handicapped.
Yeah.
So now feel, see I can do a circle now here. Feel the difference? Versus this side. See I can't.
How about this?
How about that? However, it's moving.
No, I wanted you to hold it above my face corner.
I like that.
I've been told I'm not allowed to do that. That's not like a gym.
What?
So hold it above my face and just sit there and stay.
This one is not a baby holder.
No.
You're gonna have to get over it.
I have a very, very dear friend now that's 2 in July, and she really needs somebody to watch her kid for 3 weeks. And I'm like,
really?
I can suggest some people, but don't look
So
to
now
me.
feel the difference.
So that's my sister-in-law.
The way your body's growing. And feel the difference between your body's not growing. And also, just to show you the difference, see how your pelvis is just starting to shift down. From here. Or I should say. There you go. There you go. See, you're starting to shimmy there. But here, I'm gonna make you walk around and then come back in the same position, just to feel the difference, because it's pretty big. So feel the stride off of the one foot, the right foot, how it's striding versus your left. Now I'm on the other side. Just
I
even.
feel like Arlie has a much bigger movement vocabulary than I do already.
Do you see Fran and Jim still?
No.
Fran will do all for her family.
And I have a lot of people that are also, I missed you, you're the best thing since sliced bread, and I get about 6 weeks out of them, and then they disappear again. Because, and that's,
Life happens.
yeah.
We all get ourselves then stuck again. We don't realize how stuck we are until you have things happen, and then it makes it bad enough so you're willing to do something.
But I try to really suggest that her knee was going because of the scoliosis, and I don't want them going up the knee. Her back needs to be addressed. So now I'm going to come in here, touch the vertebrae, and just work on twisting the shoulder, because that's not what your body's used to. We're not used to doing it. There we go. See, now the hand's starting to drop. So we'll go up a bit. Now, by the way, some of these might feel a little pokey. I don't mean for it to be, but
Mama needs to play.
Truly, all she wants is somebody making eye contact with her all day.
It's what I'm better at. I'm not a touchy person. I love them when they're like 2. And they do stuff. I'm better at this than walking around bouncing you. I do not have the baby bounce like Cindy. If I stand next to Cindy, I acquire the baby bounce. But I do not naturally have the baby bounce.
right there.
I know.
See how you can't shift through here to here.
Yeah.
Feel here. See, you'll fall over.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what we can do there. So I'm slightly pulling off on the vertebrae,
It's another elephant.
but see where the neck stops?
Yeah.
So I'm going to come up here, make sure my whole arm's doing contact, and I'm still sort of pulling over with my upper hands, looking for the give. I'm trying to be creative right now. So now I'm going to keep my hand also on your back and see if I can just get the spine to sway. This is a movement that's so overlooked with, there we go, kids with CP. See how much your diaphragm's just like melting almost because you were holding onto your, but see your arm was, do you see how your arm was taped? And so coming over, you had no protective response on this side. That's what threw you. See, you couldn't put your hand down because it was in a sling. There we go. Now I don't care if you timber a little bit, I'm just looking for your body to give. There we go.
Oh, I have a friend that I just thought of that I should really suggest she come. She fell off her roof. She's 65. She fell off her roof and she had the rod placed in her back. And she's a serious agility runner. She's done it for 30 years. And she's freaking amazing. But now trying to...
And this is what I did with Arlen.
Mm-hmm.
So from this position, there you go. But meanwhile, flop.
You flop
There
when
you
Mama
go.
flopped.
Feel the difference?
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not opposing gravity well here. I cannot get you
No.
up. Feel the difference?
Yeah. Ay, ay,
But see, you lose it at the wrist.
ay. Uh-huh.
So it'll bring you up. And this is where we were talking about the sequencing, so I'm just gonna come right here with the hand. Black. We're just sitting. But see how much more you had to hold on to this? Why this was happening. That's what the position you were in as a baby. So what I'm doing here, even though it looks like I'm rotating the elbow, my goal is the wrist in relationship to the back. See right here? See, I can't rotate. See how you want to lock up?
Uh-huh.
Through the shoulder even?
That was better. I like that. That was good.
And literally right now, you're undoing years of somebody's life. You really need to spend time with that. This is my biggest argument sometimes with my husband's like, you know, your lesson should be only 50 minutes, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yeah, but, you know, if 10 more minutes gives me 10 more minutes that I can get, there we go. You know, and do this for someone, and what am I going to do? Say, okay, bye-bye.
Oh, my thighs actually cut too.
What?
My thighs got really tight. My feet went in.
Sorry, I went too
The
fast.
first time. The second time I didn't.
Oh, very nice.
There we go. It's okay, let it go, just breathe.
I saw that. That was very nice. No, you'd rather me hold everything over your face, huh?
You're sitting, you're not going to fall down, don't worry.
Yeah.
You're not gonna die already.
The difference now, it's starting to change. Still. No, I gotta find the spot. We've done this on the head. Do you see how right there the lift isn't there? Does that make sense? So I'm gonna bring you over here to this elbow. Feel the difference? See how there's a lift and it comes more through the pelvis. Okay, sit up for a second. I need to do one quickie. See if that does anything. I just went and twisted the right knee. Again, working on that
I was so
sequencing.
sad we missed last week because I fell down the stairs on Thursday night and pulled my shoulders out. And was like, no, why did I need to go? But we were all set.
See, just from that knee.
Uh-huh.
It's okay, it's okay.
She's not gonna die. You can let her cry.
There we go.
All I needed to do was move and she did the hump.
Much nicer, huh?
Uh-huh.
So now, see how you're getting quicker? There you go. That's throwing the ball.
Oh.
Here. Left is always going to be different than right. Here, this is what I do. Again, now here, I'm not looking for the neck to act appropriately. You know, obviously you can't go walk around like this. What I'm doing is just freeing, there we go, because this is what Ollie does. Her head just goes in any old position, you know. It's only as adults we start to really screw that up. But see, you're not falling over. So now bring your head up and bring your head down. Now, I want you to sit up against my hand. See how that's weird for you? So slouch. Sit up against my hand. There we go. Slouch. Bring the head down. Bring the head down. And then up against my hand. Now, see how you shorten the neck there? So, here.
I'll pull her hair if you need to.
What?
She'll pull my
I
hair.
said, I'll pull her hair. You don't know how well Jen and I know each other.
Very, very slowly sit up. That's it. See how your neck is nice and long? And slouch. And sit up. Now, see how you bring your head back. Grow long. Grow long. There you go. See now that you tightened up. You feel that?
Yeah.
So slouch. And slowly sit up. So now if you're walking around. Is that better? Now feel just twisting your arms, yeah. So now you're getting more of a 360 view of yourself.